Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the party on CHMR.
Yes.
I'm your host, Warren Gordon.
And I am Chelsea Skanes. What else was I supposed to say to that?
I'm not sure.
You
could have said hello.
You wrap up the introduction very cleanly.
Yeah.
Very cleanly, yes.
This is the pre-recorded edition of the party.
Yes.
We are pre-recording this earlier in the week,
Yes.
and will be broadcast on Saturday, August 28th.
Mm-hmm.
We are sitting here with the Cartridge family.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
How are you folks doing?
Woo! We're
Wonderful.
doing tight. We're doing
Wonderful.
tight.
Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having
thanks.
us. Yeah.
Second time now.
Second time.
Do we get like a
And the
a
other two
robe, like,
chumps
the
still
fifth
never
time?
came.
And the other two chumps still didn't come. No, they're not chumps. They're our best buddies. We can't say that.
They're chumps.
Well. But yeah, do we? Is it like SNL on your fifth time? Do you
I
get
don't
into
know.
a special club and get a robe and everything?
We don't have many people that have...
Yeah, we were thinking about that actually. Actually, you know what? We do have one band that is pretty close to getting to 5. So I think we might like do up like a little certificate or something. And like, you've been on the party 5 times, right?
Congrats.
That'd be
I
great.
think this is my 4th time on the party,
Yeah.
just not with the same band.
So it's almost a party.
It's almost a party.
If you get to
party.
5, it's a party.
It's a
Yeah.
party.
Cool. So shall we take it away with the first track off of the Cartridge family's little demo that they have here?
Sure. Actually, it's a compilation of live tracks from a number of different shows that we've done.
Okay.
And this one's from a game called Final Fantasy. So we're going to take a ride on the, how do you say it, Mike?
Chocobo.
Back here on the party on CHMR with the Cartridge family, we just heard one of their tracks, the Final Fantasy VI Medley Part 1. And now you guys were saying there's 4 parts to that?
Yeah, actually, it's a over 20-minute medley of various music that we selected from the game.
Okay.
I guess where it's a role-playing game. The music changes so much, and it's for anybody who's a Super Nintendo fan or a role-playing game fan.
Woo!
It's a staple. So yeah,
It's definitely one of, if not the best games out there for Super Nintendo. Even now, it's pretty hard to come across because everybody holds on to their copy.
Yep.
And if you do end up being one of the lucky ones to find one, it's going to cost you a couple of bucks.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, and even our friends, that last one that you heard is the battle theme, so whenever you end up fighting a monster or whatnot. And our friends from United We Geek podcast, they used that as their intro.
Yes, they did.
For their podcast, so we just want to give a shout out to them. Thank you, and people can check them out at UnitedWeGeek.com. Or everything, Facebook,
Yeah,
Twitter.
you can just you can Google that.
Just
You can
Google it, you'll
that
find
stuff.
them. Yeah.
So I guess for those people listening, I guess they noticed that the tracks were live. What can you tell us about, I guess, where were they recorded? Talk a bit about that.
Do you want to take that, Mike? I'll take it. All right. Many of them were recorded. The first one you heard, the Chocobo ride. Did I say it right, Mike?
Chocobo.
Chocobo. I used to say Chocobo growing up. So,
Who is
anyways.
this guy? Townie.
I don't
Townie.
know. I'm Townie. That's it. But the first one was recorded at Distortion. So we love Distortion, Glenn, everybody down there. And then the other one you heard there was at the Rock House.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually have a big show coming up at the Rock House.
Okay.
And that is going to be on Friday, September 6th. And we're calling it George Street Fighter. And we're hosting a live Street Fighter 2 tournament on Super Nintendo. And it's going to have 8 lucky contestants. When you come in, you put your name in. And maybe you'll be one of the lucky ones drawn. We got lots of door prizes and everything. So you'll have to come out and check that out. You can get all the information on our Facebook page or just tweet us, the Cartridge family.
Absolutely. Just to expand on that a little, it's a Street Fighter 2, a Super Street Fighter 2.
Super Street Fighter 2. New challengers.
For the
that's
Super
right.
Nintendo. It's a bracket-style tournament with 8 challengers. Winner stays, and at the end of it, I believe
pays.
the loser pays. I believe we have a prize for the winner.
We do. We've got lots of prizes. We've got prizes donated from, let me just say a quick thank you to Ink Drop Studios, who are donating the grand prize. It's an 18 by 24 original piece of artwork from, it's the cover of the original Super Mario NES cartridge. Okay. Just imagine that big thing on your living room wall.
I'd like to win it
or your
myself.
dorm room or wherever. I'm really jealous. I'd love to have it. So check them out on Facebook, Ink Drop Studios. They got lots of cool artwork, as well as Save Point Video Games in the States have donated some stuff to us. The Game Code from Halifax, Netherworld Collectibles here in town, as well as Justin Rousel, who does a lot of video game collecting and selling. Check him out at the CLB. And Outcast Gaming as well, who have donated some stuff to us. And the list just keeps growing. So, we've got lots of door prizes. And that's something we try to do, too, is have a lot of fun at our shows. And who doesn't like going home with a door prize?
Love the prizes. Love to give away prizes.
We love to give away prizes.
We should do bingo next time.
It'd be so deadly. B52.
B52.
Oh, that's too high, isn't it? It's like 067.
Yeah. I don't know.
It is. B is only from like 1 to 15 or something.
You'll have to teach me on bingo etiquette at some other time.
I will. I used to play over the intercom at school all the time.
The world I growed up in is gone.
So you guys have got lots of support. You guys were listing off. You were listing off what was it? You're getting sponsors from the States and sponsors from like Halifax and stuff like that. So like, can you talk a bit about that? I mean, that's kind of huge, I guess.
Yeah, it's been really cool because we started the band and we thought it would just be sort of a kind of a something fun, joke, a one-off.
Our first jam was at a place called Noisy Nan's Jam Noisium.
And we had a noisy Nan time.
Indeed.
So it was great.
So it kind of started from nothing. And I just had to throw it in.
No, it was good, man. It all really just kind of took off, and people really liked it. And then we said at first, we were even talking to each other. We were saying we're not going to start a Facebook page for all this. We're just going to let it be organic and whatever, and keep it off social media. And then people just kept asking, wanting to know about it. So we finally started a Facebook page, and then
we are a band for the people.
It took off. It really did. We had no idea, and then we started a Twitter page, and that sort of took off, and we started getting fans from all over the place and people messaging us and wanting to use the medleys and the recordings that we would put together, and just becoming friends with other collectors and other game stores and things like that. And then again, you never know what you can get.
We have a bit of a cult following. We have a bit of a cult following in Australia.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was crazy. One of our songs got picked up on the front page of Kotaku Australia. Kotaku Australia. That's hard to say. But
Kotaku is like Chocobo, apparently.
Yeah, I can't say anything, right? But Kotaku is like an online magazine, basically, or an online print all about gaming and everything like that. And all sorts of everything, and art and culture and blah, 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 all that stuff. Kotaku.au. Thank you very much for showing off our Zelda medley.
Thank you very much.
Skyrocketed like 1,300 views overnight, and we couldn't believe it.
And our Twitter is exploding these days. I mean, I have probably 7 people on my Twitter personally, but I think how many people do we have on?
We've got over 1,200 now. And
that's it's something. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it is, and we've
Twitter.
got people who
it's a newfangled device to Twitter.
Yeah. People who actively follow us and are actually interested in what we're doing. I think one thing I said before was this is the first band that I was ever in that other people cared what we were doing and not just us.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's true. Well, that's the thing with me.
Other people are interested in it.
Yeah, 1,200 people on Twitter is it seems good to me. I don't know. I remember ICQ. Remember that? That's
Messenger.
what I grew up with. Yeah, Messenger. Yeah, I'm old.
So what can you guys tell us about the next track we're going to hear?
GoldenEye. Take it away,
GoldenEye.
Mike.
Well, this was probably the best game that was released on the Nintendo 64. Also, the best Bond movie that Pierce Brosnan starred in.
Easily.
He was not a great Bond, in my opinion. You liked him?
Yeah.
You would. Anyway, so we do a medley of some...
The Dam.
Yeah, The Dam. That's right. Yes, we do The Dam, and we do the main theme. And I believe that's it. Yeah, so it's... just a 2-part medley consisting of the Dam level, which is, I guess most people who play the game would remember it, and the main theme, which is everybody should.
Everybody knows
that
the
one.
Bond theme.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, here it is.
All right. Yeah, you like that? We're back here on the party on CHMR. I'm your host, Warren Gordon.
And I'm Chelsea Skanes.
We're here with the Cartridge family.
Hello.
Oh, I don't have your mics on, guys.
It'd
Sorry
be
about
nice
that.
to turn the mics on.
Hello there.
There
We're
we
still
go.
here.
Yeah. We're
Would be
hiding.
So we just heard the GoldenEye theme from you guys.
Yes,
And
sir.
After that, we heard the Pokemon Red and Blue theme.
Which we should probably specify wasn't by these guys per se.
But you guys will be doing a cover of it.
Yes.
We will be, yes. Actually, we did an online poll on our Facebook page of what everybody out there basically wanted to hear at our next show. And so that one, we're not revealing any big secret here or nothing. It was the top one that was voted on, which I was pretty surprised about.
Yeah.
It got the most votes, that particular song did, and somebody added it to the poll that we had created, and it skyrocketed to the top, got all the most votes. So if you guys want to hear that, come down on the Friday the 6th at the Rock House.
Sweet.
Yeah. I'm not surprised that it got so many votes, actually, because, I mean, personally, I played the game, and I think it's one of the best games on the Game Boy.
And
The original
it's
Game
very
Boy.
well known.
It's very well known. I mean,
See, I'm older, see, and I know I never played it.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, that was
I'm like Rocky here or something.
yeah.
that was like one of the games of like my generation. Like, I mean, like I had the SNES like growing up and stuff because it was my mom's. But like my first I guess console I had was like the Game Boy Color, and like that was one of the very first games I played. Like I played, oh my god, like I probably clocked like 100 hours on some of those Pokemon games. Like I got them like all the way up through. Like I had like blue, yellow, red, crystal.
Yeah,
sapphire.
it was huge with that age group coming up. You know, the '90s, the '90s kids. I mean, like we're '80s kids, but I still got a taste of it though. I mean, when the first Pokemon Blue came out, I mean, I was all over it. You know, I was about 13 or 14. You know, probably a little old to be playing it, but I don't care. Whatever.
When it came out, was it called Pokemon Blue, or was it just a blue color?
Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Red were the
Yeah.
first two, and
so
they each had different Pokemon in them that you couldn't get in the other one, and you had to trade with somebody. You connect your Game Boys together to actually. There were certain Pokemon that you could evolve to the next step, but you had to trade them to do so. And that was the only way you could actually collect them all.
So it was like a precursor to Skylanders.
I guess so. I'm not familiar with
Actually,
Skylanders.
It's kind of funny seeing that.
Skylanders
because, I mean,
is sick.
Skylanders is like now what my cousins growing up with.
Exactly,
Like, where
they're the
I grew
next
up-
generation.
Yeah, like where I grew up with the Pokemon and it was all digital. They're growing up with like Skylanders where they have like the little figurine and all that kind of stuff. Like that seems to be the new thing, having a figurine to go with your thing. Because Skylanders did it, and now there's a lot of like kind of knockoff iPad.
Oh yeah, if it works,
things,
go
and
for it. Right?
Disney Infinity is coming out with this too.
I have
which
no
is
idea what this is.
Pretty cool. Disney Infinity?
No, any of this-
It's
any of this
so
stuff.
cool. Basically, you've got this portal, and it's like a mat, basically, and you
Yeah.
plug it into your game system, and then
Yeah.
you have these little figurines. And
Figurines.
you lay them on the portal, and it reads it in the game, and it switches to that character. And in the middle, you can just take it off and pick up another
It's
one and
kind
lay
of
it
like
down. And
Yu-Gi-Oh! And
it's
Pokemon.
crazy.
Like, at the same time.
and kids have hundreds of them.
Oh, these
Like-
figurines.
And they all cost money, of course,
lot
and
of
you got to
money.
go buy
Yeah.
them at EB Games and
I never even
everything.
heard of this thing.
So to get the characters, you basically have to go buy the figurine
Yeah.
in the store. And
Yeah.
my buddy, he's got a young kid who's like 6 or so, and
Yeah.
he just goes cracked for it. And
Yeah.
they've got so many of them. It's
Wow.
a pretty cool game. I think it's a really cool idea. I'm sure the parents hate it.
See, I remember like when the Zapper for a regular Nintendo was mind blowing.
Yeah,
You know,
still is.
Still is. But I mean, they only made it. Is there another game that they came out with for the Zapper other than Duck Hunt?
Yeah,
Really?
there was Hogan's Alley.
Hogan's Alley.
Yeah, it was fun. There was we need Phil Mullins here now to tell me all the shoot 'em up games. Chiller,
Yeah.
which is a terrible one.
The only one I've known was Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt seems to be kind of the more main.
Yeah, well, I mean, it came with the system, I
Yeah,
think, right?
so I mean, it had to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say, like, it feels like there was more than just that.
Had to be. I mean, they wouldn't create a zapper just for Duck Hunt and then it'd be,
There was a handful of games, but I think when you go to the SNES, remember they came out with that bazooka, the Super Scope?
Super Scope. That was junk.
I'm pretty sure there might have only been one game for that.
There was still, I see. I remember there was a handful of games for that, but they were.
I only remember
all
one that came with it. I can't remember what it was called.
I don't know.
You fought all these robots.
Zaxxon 3D or something. I don't know. Okay. Moving on.
Right on.
I don't know. Like, I'm just here, like, sitting and geeking out because, I mean, like, really, like, my whole, like, childhood was spent, like, playing my, like, N64, and that's still probably my favorite console that I ever owned.
Yeah, that's a great console. I was more of a PlayStation kid, solely for the fact that I was really into RPGs. And Final Fantasy was my favorite series.
See, it's actually shocking. I still haven't played like any of the Final Fantasies. Like,
they're good. I'm not a big fan of the newest ones that have been coming out for the PS3 and the PS2. But from Super Nintendo to PlayStation 1, you have Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 on the PlayStation 1, and those are great.
They are great.
And I found that the Nintendo 64 kind of just went to more of a younger demographic.
Which I guess would make sense.
Yeah,
I was only a kid.
Absolutely.
I was probably 6, 7, 8.
GoldenEye was terrific, and I think Perfect Dark was another great game for the 64.
Mm-hmm.
Turok.
I was going to say Turok.
Wave Race. Yeah, Wave Race, and there were some cool games, but I don't know. I've been a Sony fan ever since. Even more so than Microsoft. I'm not really.
In that time, Sony kind of went. They had those games that kind of pushed the boundaries too, and then you kind of had Xbox coming out too. And I remember it was like. Then, Nintendo kind of went with the Wii. They went back to, all the bubblegum titles.
Yeah, that's right. They did.
Super Marios, and they made all these Zeldas that were really child-oriented as well and stuff.
They were the originators of, the movement type thing while you're playing, now the PlayStation has one, Xbox has one. But, the Wii was really the first. That's what saved Nintendo, really.
Oh, definitely.
Sure.
But, I think that they've always had the handheld market.
Yeah.
There's no other, the PSP just doesn't contend with the Game Boy Advance or the Game Boy, the DS now or whatever, the 3DS.
Every kid has one of those.
Everybody has one. And they have great games.
Kids don't have PSPs because...
No, I mean,
they're expensive.
They are.
They look very
brittle.
fragile.
They remind me of the Game Gear. Remember the Sega Game Gear?
Yes.
That was cool. I mean, it was color as opposed to the Game Boy, which was black and white. But the Game Boy had such better games, and the Game Gear, it was just like, wow, look at it, and it was bulky and fragile, like you say, and
I mean, like any brand of, I guess, Nintendo handhelds have been able to take a lot of knocks. Like, oh my god, like
durable, very much so,
very, very durable.
Even their systems. I mean, how many regular NESs are still kicking around?
Yeah.
I mean, you might have to blow in the games and stuff now, but you always had to do that anyway. But I mean, it's just that they're built to last. I just find that they went with a younger demographic. The graphics engines aren't as advanced. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. You've got the cinematics in the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, and it's just, the HD quality. And I know that the Wii has HD, but it's, it's component cables.
Yeah,
you can't get the 1080p.
Like, if there's a new game coming out, I'm not going to buy it for my Wii. I'd buy it for a different system.
Yeah, and I mean, I've got a Wii, and I love a lot of the games that they came out with like the new Punch-Out Zelda, Super Smash Brothers, Mario Galaxy is amazing. I mean, I love the Wii. It's just, after those titles, like I probably could list off about 12 titles, and after that it's just, ho-hum kind of thing, you know? Mm-hmm. But they do have a lot of great downloadable content from the older systems. That is cool. And this new Wii U, I don't even understand. It seems like an expansion to the Wii more so than a new system.
That's pretty much what it is. It's not really independent. It's like you kind of have to...
Yeah.
My Wii is pretty much just an incredibly expensive scale because I used the Wii Fit to weigh myself.
Oh
That's
yeah,
about it.
yeah. The Wii Fit is fun though. I don't know if it's.
I like
really,
the Wii Sports. We
Wii
used to play
Sports,
bowling
yeah.
all the time when that
That's
came out.
probably the best
Me
game
and my
on the
buddies
system.
drinking at the house before going out playing
Yep.
Wii bowling.
Wii bowling, yeah.
That's like
Oh man, and boxing.
every weekend when it first came out.
Yeah, I love that.
That's what
Golf.
Mario Party is like with me and my friends.
Yeah, Mario Party's
Mario
fun
Party.
for
We're
that
either
too.
playing it on the N64 at my friend's house, or we're playing it on the Wii at
Yeah.
my house. So,
Yeah, no, that's a great party game as well. Hence the name.
yeah.
Yeah, there was one for Xbox called Fusion Frenzy. Anybody play that one?
No.
It was like all these little. Oh, it was great. It was really fun. Anyways, really simple games. Again, just like Mario Party, 2 buttons. and-
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
By the way, was that a boo for the Xbox?
That was a boo for the Xbox and that title.
So,
I'm not an Xbox fan.
what are you guys thinking of the specs so far for the PS4?
Love it. Love the
Yeah.
price more so than anything.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to bother getting it right away though because I mean I have a PS3, but there's still so many games I haven't even played for that.
Yeah,
You know, I don't see the need of going out and buying this PS4 unless it's backwards compatible,
it's not.
and so I won't be buying it right away. There it is.
It's silly, isn't it?
It is.
It
I
makes
mean,
no sense.
the
to
first
keep putting
PlayStation
out-
3 that came out was backwards compatible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, and then they just like stopped making them.
Yeah.
Foolish.
That's one of the only things that's kind of keeping me, like, I've never, like, I think the last system I got was, like, a DS, and that was, like, original DS.
Yeah, I have one of
That's-
those, the big thick ones.
No, the one after that.
Oh, the DS Lite.
Yes.
Yes.
So, like, that was, like, 4 or 5 years ago. So, like, I've never owned a PS3. I've never
No.
any of that stuff. So, like, I'm very tempted to pick up the PS4,
Oh, I had
but
to have
I'm almost nervous too with the first couple of.
You want to
I
wait,
guess,
wait,
yeah.
wait a bit until it gets, you see
The
what it's all
bugs
about.
worked out.
The bugs worked out. Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, like the games that I've seen so far look incredible.
Yeah,
Like, so
I can't
good.
wait. And
Yeah.
I mean, I can't go without it. I've always had a gaming system, and I crave to play games sometimes. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I just got the new Madden, and I'm like sitting here now, and I'm like, how is this over yet? Because I want to go home and play Madden.
Yes, he was shooing us out the door the other night. We had a jam, and he was sitting on the couch. All right, boys, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
He had just bought it that day, and that's
Yeah.
understandable.
It's terrific.
I haven't had my computer for a while, and like most of the games that I play, like I like The Sims. I really like The Sims. and,
You know what? I like The Sims too.
I miss it a lot.
Yeah, I loved Sim City, the original.
Yeah.
Love
For
that
Super
for
Nintendo.
Computer. I played it on the computer.
You would.
Yeah.
Townies, I'm telling
Deadly,
you.
man.
It's like,
That and
yeah.
Doom.
Doom. Now, Doom
That's
was a
all we
sick
did on the
game,
computer
yeah.
growing up. That and
Doom
Doom.
was a sick game. And Duke
And
Nukem.
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
All those games.
Duke
yeah.
Nukem was good. Yeah.
Crazy.
But The Sims, I never ever tried The Sims.
Yeah, they're.
But I hear lots of good stuff about it.
I got all of the Sims 2 stuff for Christmas, like the couple months before Sims 3 came out, and then I got Sims 3, so I kind of just didn't play Sims 2. But now they've released the specs for Sims 4, which is going to be a lot
Ah.
more based like on emotion and stuff. So like instead of
Okay.
just giving them food and having them be content, like if somebody dies, they're actually genuinely going to be
Yeah.
depressed, and you have to do stuff to get them
Right.
away from that, which is kind of a storytelling depth that's never been
Yeah.
explored. So
For sure.
I'm kind of excited.
So do you play the game, what's the game I'm thinking of that you basically design your world from scratch?
Second Life?
No. It's a new thing. It's, what's it called?
Minecraft?
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
I still
That's
haven't
it.
tried
Never played
Minecraft.
that.
My computer in the last 6 months or so hasn't been able to support any sort of gaming, but it's
Okay.
in the shop right now. So hopefully, when it comes back, I'll be able to
Yeah.
do things again on it.
I love the Steam engine, I guess it is. Whatever that. What is it? What would you call it?
Steampunk?
Yeah.
It's Steam. It's you
No, like
download
the
games.
online
Yeah, it's like an
content.
online. Yeah, whatever it is. I don't know what the proper terminology is for it.
I've just heard it referred to as Steam.
Steam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steam is cool.
Yeah.
The Humble Bundle is a very cool idea. You get where you pay like $5-10 and get like 20 games.
That's
like,
right.
That's sick.
It is cool, but it also it makes it so hard to finish games.
True.
Play games through.
Very true.
I mean, I remember when I was a kid, you got games very few and far between. Well, I did anyway. I don't know.
I agree.
You know, I mean, I got a game maybe like once every year. You know,
Christmas.
like my parents would give me a video. I mean, you go Nintendo games are $99.99 plus tax. Right? And I mean, I'd get a new game, and that's all I'd have for like a year. Or you go rent a game for like a couple of nights.
Oh,
right?
man, like, I probably spent more on renting games than I ever did on, like, buying them.
Yeah.
Like, man, I rented, like, the Harvest Moon and the Paper Marios and all that kind of stuff from my local
They're fun.
place. Like, man, I'm surprised they didn't just give them to me when they were going out of business.
I remember the video game rental. That's what I was kind of saddened now that, well, I mean, on demand is taken over and the movie stores are dead. But I thought video game rentals should still be, that's something that, I mean, before I go out and pay for a game, I like to be able to rent it and try it out.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting how...
And the whole ritual of going to the video store, with Dad.
Yeah.
Get some popcorn and, oh, Dad, can I have a bar? No, you can't. Yes, you can. Yes, Dad, you're awesome. And then getting the video game, like, that was terrific.
Yeah, having a buddy sleepover.
Right?
Yeah. Now it's just like you click a couple buttons and like, oh, I'll just download this demo.
You can download it, right? Yeah.
Whatever,
I mean,
right?
I guess, you can download the demos and stuff.
But it's not the same. Like, the
ritual's gone
anticipation
from it.
is not there.
No, it's not. And I mean, I don't know. I miss being able to rent games. I think you still do it at Games Exchange.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there's like a jumbo video open like out in CBS. Like
That's closed down now.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'm from CBS.
Man.
Yes, Mike knows everything.
Yeah,
CBS.
that's closed down now.
Yeah.
But it was the last to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was around for a while.
And that brings up the other side of the coin too, is that like when you did get a game, there was lots of artwork and there was posters and there was coupons and there was like a booklet and strategy guides you could get.
Trying to find the
stuff,
secrets was huge. And now, I mean, you don't even play a game long enough to even try to like.
Well, the next day the whole strategy guide is up and you can just follow along and finish the game and
There was always a thing with me and my friends, like if you used the walkthrough online, like you were cheating, like it's like, oh, I just finished this game. It's like, yeah, we used the walkthrough, so you didn't really finish it.
Yeah, no.
I can remember when I was younger and like I still had like the Game Boy Color and like those Game Shark things that you could plug in with the codes.
Yeah.
I wanted one of those so bad.
Yeah.
But, like I had no idea that the internet even existed to look up stuff like that.
No, I know. And I used to get my friend to print off stuff for me. I remember when I got Final Fantasy VII, and you had to breed the chocobos. And that's like a whole intricate process.
It's really
And
hard.
I was like, print this off for me, because I didn't have a computer at the time, because, we were just, I don't know, my parents they still don't even know how to use the one they had. But we didn't have a computer, so I remember he printed off. It was on this paper with like, the holes in the sides of the paper that, I don't know what this, like old computer paper. Yeah. And looking up pictures of Pamela Anderson, and you're just waiting for it to like load up. You're like, come on. Then your dial-up goes. You're like, no. It was always Pamela Anderson too, right?
Yeah. Put down the phone, Mom.
Yeah.
Get off the phone! I'm trying to look at Pam. Michael, your nan's calling.
Tell her to shut up. What do you say we play another song?
Yeah, let's do that. What do we got up next?
Now we have the Legend of Zelda medley coming up. So it goes through the first game from the NES. Mm-hmm. It also goes through the first one for Super Nintendo. Mm-hmm. And then it also goes, which is what? A Link to the Past.
Link to the Past.
And then it goes through
Best one
the
ever.
second one from the regular Nintendo, Link's Adventure. Or The Adventures of Link. That's what it's called. Somebody's going to call me out on that one. So here it is.
All right, we're back here on the party on CHMR.
Yes, we are.
Back here with Cartridge family one last time.
Hello. Woo.
So you guys have a big show next week?
Yes, the big show next week. It's George Street Fighter. We're having a Super Street Fighter 2 tournament to kick off the night. A bracket-style tournament featuring 8 lucky contestant winners. Basically, if they want to enter their names, and when they come to the show, they go into a hat, and we draw their names to participate. After that, we have Nar Doubt, which is a No Doubt cover band from the city.
Okay.
They're terrific. You should come down and check them out. As another,
I'm going to be walking in spiderwebs all night.
yes, it's going to be wonderful. Another retro addition to a retro throwback evening, and then yours truly, Cartridge Family, closing out the night, and
Console Culture.
Console Culture are going to be present also, and they're
hosting the tournament. So basically, while people are playing and everything, they're going to be emceeing/hosting, watching, commenting on the fights and everything. So Adam and Barry at Console Culture, thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
They're awesome dudes.
Very cool.
Okay, so you guys are going to leave us with one last track?
Oh, one other thing I want to mention. It's Saturday now, so on Monday, go to our Facebook page, the Cartridge Family NL, and if you'd like to come down to the show, there will be a contest on our Facebook page, a simple share and like contest. You can win yourself 2 tickets. So you and a friend can come on down.
Very cool.
Sweet.
And yes, this last song is a Castlevania medley, consisting of songs from Castlevania 1 and Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest.
It's a terrible night for a curse.
All right, let's hear it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.